it was like a talk or maybe Sports Center or something had said that like somebody on the team was getting jackets made or something. Like they were making a big deal about it because they were coming out of H-Town and coming up there to the freaking to the brick. You know what I mean? It's what I call B-Town. It's brick cold. It's freezing. So I guess it was something going around saying they were going to hop off the plane with these jackets. And it's like, bro, you're coming up in our shit, swagging out, rocking these jackets like this is about to be a cakewalk. It was disrespectful.
Texans versus the Patriots. Week 14, 2012 game. In one sentence, why this game?
And this game was special for so many reasons because I think we were both coming in two hot teams towards the end of the year. But ultimately we had a little chip on our shoulder, man, because I think everything goes through Foxborough during that point in time while we were balling. And those boys came in rocking the Letterman jackets and all the good stuff. Hey, it looked good for pregame. But as y'all see as we get into this, man, we were all about the business.
I remember this week of the game plan, anytime we would play these guys, especially this year and the next couple of years, with the number one thing was we had to block J.J. Watt.
Yes.
That was everything.
Or not even that. You remember Coach just made a straight call, Gucci or Coach McDaniels.
Yeah.
Wherever J.J. Watt was lining up, it was just an automatic check. We were going the opposite way. Like we just weren't even going to deal with him.
Yeah.
So I do remember now what you say about that game. Coming out in pregame, that was my first time. This was what, 2012?
Yeah.
So it's my second year in the league, okay? Let's give this dude his flowers too. I remember coming out there for pregame. I'm always juiced up. I didn't really care. Like I say, SEC mindset, killer be killed, we're out here. I looked at this dude, J.J. Watt.
Yeah.
And when I tell you a freak, man, this dude looked like a G.I. Joe doll out of a freaking what is the toy store? I'm serious, man. Like he had these big arms that are like bolted on the side of him, and he's got the shirt cut off, and he's running across field for the warm up. He's a monster, bro. A grown ass man, bro. You got to give it to him. But he was just long and lanky. But I saw, of course, our coaches are no dummy, but it's like we're going away from this guy. And when I saw him pregame, I'm like, you damn right we're going away from this guy because I don't think it's going to be too much going on in there. And he really was that problem. Like, he was a problem that year, but he's unblockable. I almost feel like he was like a Calais Campbell.
Yeah.
You know, like one of those dominant forces
he's a Hall of
inside.
Famer.
He was sick, bro. He was a different level for sure.
So this was J.J. Watt won Defensive Player of the Year this year.
Yeah.
Also the sack title. He had 20.5 sacks, 39 tackle for losses, 4 forced fumbles.
This
and
is when he
16
was
pass
unstoppable.
breakups.
Jesus. Was that when Cushion was down there too?
Yeah.
Yeah, he actually missed this game because he got hurt early in the year, but this is peak Brian Cushion
They had a
times.
good defense.
They were loaded. Yeah, they were
Adrian Foster was fucking swifty.
Ooh, Foster was smooth.
He was so
Tennessee,
smooth.
SEC.
You know, he kind of reminds me of like Kamara. Just not like necessarily how they run, but like they were
slick like that.
slick. They're both slick players where like
Yes.
they're good screen running backs. They're good like toss crack running backs. They can catch the ball out of the backfield, but they dip in and out of the tackles every so often, but when they do, it's impactful.
It's a big
You know what I
game.
mean? Adrian Foster was like that.
Oh yeah, I can't take anything from his game at all. He was to me, he had the combination of power and speed.
Yeah.
He didn't have to be so physical.
Which is what like Kamara is.
Yes. But I think he was a little bit bigger back, but that was a little bit back in the day.
Yeah,
But he was one of those guys, if he got in space, it was guaranteed 20 yards minimal. You know what I mean? And so that's really what he did for his career. But he was nasty in Texas because everybody in the ballpark, I think, knew he was getting the rock, and he was still productive.
This year he had 1,400 yards, 15 touchdowns.
Ooh, see?
Yeah.
And then Andre Johnson was on this team too. He also had 1,600 yards, 4 touchdowns.
We got to. Do you remember? Did we remember? I didn't play this game. I broke my foot the week before.
I was really wondering. I'm like, how are we gonna do a game, Jules?
It's all
and
right.
you're not even in the game.
This is about you, baby.
Hey, I love it,
It's
guys.
about
See
you,
what I'm
baby.
saying, man? But hey, we'll get there.
But what was the perception of? Did we know that they came in on with their Letterman jackets? Was there a talk on the locker room?
Yes.
Because if I was in the locker room and if I was there, I probably would have been like, guys, we got to beat the fuck out of these dudes.
Oh yeah.
This is high school Harry shit.
So I can't look. My memory's really bad. I'm not even gonna make this up. When I say double-digit concussions, I've had a few.
Yeah.
Okay, but I kind of somewhat remember it was like a talk or maybe Sports Center or something had said that like somebody on the team was getting jackets made or something. Like they were making a big deal about it because they were coming out of H-Town and coming up there to the brick. You know what I mean? It's what I call Beantown. It's brick cold. It's freezing. So I guess it was something going around saying they were going to hop off the plane with these jackets. And it's like, bro, you're coming up in our shit, swagging out, rocking these jackets like this is about to be a cakewalk. It was disrespectful. You know what I mean? So I remember Gucci told me, he was like, Red, when you get in there, he's like, I want you to kick that bitch down.
Gucci McDaniels,
bro. And so that was the celebration. I used to kick the door down. And I can't remember, was it J.J. Watt? He told me, Gucci told me this. He was like, when you get in there and score, he was like, because J.J. used to always hit the salute, remember? So when you go back to it, man, I kicked the door down and I hit him with the salute and I was like, ain't none of that going on in here tonight. You know, I was talking my shit, but when the OC gasses you up like that and tells you it's that kind of outing, man, they stepped off with the freaking Letterman jackets. I think it was like 21-0 before the bus cooled off.
It was 21-0 early in the second quarter.
Man, we beat their ass, bro. And it was awesome. I'll tell you, it was really awesome.
There's only one way in and one way out. You got to take that Highway 1 right up into Foxborough. There's going to be hella traffic. It's going to be cold, and you ain't going to hear a fucking R.
It is.
There ain't going to be any R's.
What we call that Fort Foxborough, bro. It was real. It was real on the base. So it was just tight to even look back and think, bro, how dominant we really were.